You're right.
Yeah.
You're just untidy when you get here.
I know.
Yeah. Speaking on,
I'm going to get you to do this shit next time.
fuck that. Speaking of untidy,
I want to see you walk into the scene.
look what I did here. Speaking of untidy, the topic that we're talking about is neat.
Oh.
Yeah. Caught you off guard.
That's a clip, isn't it?
What, of you not being ready?
No, I mean, that was just quite...
That's a video.
That's quite clever.
Every
wasn't
podcast you're not ready.
it? No, I mean...
No, quite frankly, I've had enough.
Yeah, done. Right, this is just...
This will be the last one.
This is just announcing the end
Yeah.
of FFD.
Yeah. Short but sweet. I
We're
loved
done.
it.
We're in.
We're in.
We're out.
We're out. Sorted.
So yeah, we are talking about NEAT today.
For the people who, which will probably be quite a few, haven't got a Scooby-Doo, what NEAT actually is. What is NEAT and what does it stand for? It isn't neat as in, oh, I'm neat and tidy. It means something.
It does.
What does it mean, Nath? You're a pig.
Sorry, I had a tickle in the throat. Before we go into that, I'm going to try this new monster.
Priorities, fair
Yeah,
play.
priorities. Zero sugar. Lewis Hamilton Monster Energy Special. Let's get the sound, shall we? Oh,
Turn into
right,
ASMR.
I'm just trying it. Yeah, ASMR channel. That's what we're going for. Oh, mate, it's dead. Honestly, that's...
No, I'm too healthy to drink those kind of things.
I don't, I do like a monster every so often, but I used to know someone that literally would have them like 2 a day. But, once in a while, little monster, zero sugar. Not that that matters, it's full of shit.
That's another podcast, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's for another day.
But I feel like I need it to fuel myself today.
Long day.
No, I actually just fancied it.
What you guys have got to remember is Nathan's getting old.
I am getting old, yeah.
He's much older than me.
I'm getting old. Get fuck all
Much older.
sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Christ.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nathan, you're see, it's not no. I've had enough of this. You're untidy. You're late. You're drinking energy cans mid podcast. This is outrageous. All right, this does not look good. Ridiculous. You need to save it. All right.
Save it.
By describing what NEAT is.
Neat. So neat.
Leave the fucking monster alone.
I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's shit anyway. NEAT is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which basically
Is it
means
a double T?
thermogenesis.
Yeah.
Double T. So yeah,
And basically, the shortened down version of that is activity levels in day-to-day life.
in day-to-day life,
So-
basically activity outside of the gym. So we've spoken quite a lot about things to do in the gym and how you should act in the gym, what exercises might be optimal, the best or a good approach to take with regards to lifting weights. But it's also about what you do outside of the gym.
Has a massive part to play in
So
it.
your NEAT activity, which can be anything from walking the dog to cleaning the house,
Gardening,
all
cooking,
has a thermogenic effect, which
standing
basically
on your
means
feet instead of sitting down if you're working
Yeah.
from home. Little things.
basically means you're going to be expending energy or burning calories throughout the day alongside what you typically burn either exercising or at rest with regards to your BMR or resting metabolic rate. So it's important to focus on these little things because they do add up over the course of a year. Even things such as going for like a 5-minute walk around the block or a 10-minute walk, cleaning the house, walking the dog, anything, gardening in the
Yeah.
summer.
I'd like to clarify with the walking one. It does help if you walk briskly.
It does.
You're not poodling, like not real slow. If you struggle to walk quick, then it's fine. The activity level of you just walking is fantastic. Well done. But it is that brisk walk with your dog, or if you have a baby in a pram, it's the brisk walk. That will increase the energy.
Yeah. So people probably haven't heard. There's a guy called Stan Efferding, which ex-bodybuilder, but he's really kind of adamant that 10-minute walks are necessary, and they kind of changed his life. So he was somebody who was actually really overweight. He had a lot of joint problems as well, so he struggled to do anything else. The only thing he could do at this point when he was severely overweight was to walk. So he used to do 10-minute walks. And this is something that I started incorporating quite a while ago because I find it really beneficial. In you literally keep it to 10 minutes. So you walk out the house, you start a timer or set a timer, whatever you want to do, and you walk a 10-minute route.
Or 5 minutes one way, 5 minutes
5 minutes one way,
yeah.
5 minute back. And the benefits are unbelievable. Firstly, you're obviously increasing your activity, so you're going to be expending more energy. And again, if you're doing 1 or 2 of those a day, or even if you can't quite commit to that and you're just doing an extra 3 a week, it's still half an hour extra
Of course.
of activity over the week.
Yeah.
But what studies have shown is that it can massively aid weight loss. Firstly, obviously it's good for your joints. You're going to promote the release of synovial fluid.
Yeah.
So he found, firstly, when he started to lose the weight, that his joints, especially his knees and ankles, felt much more kind of geared up for that sort of thing.
What's fantastic about it is because it's all low impact as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not no heavy loads or anything like that. It's
No.
natural.
No. And just quickly before I go any further, they have shown that these kind of short 10-minute walks, again, if you can do 3 of them a day, so that equates to half an hour, are actually more beneficial than doing 1 half-an-hour walk.
Okay.
Because typically if you do it between meals, so it can help with your insulin control as well, so you don't get quite as much of a spike. It can help with nutrient partitioning, which basically means pushing nutrients into the muscles, increasing your blood flow, which will then aid your recoveries. So especially if you're sore or you're suffering from a workout that you've done in the previous days, then 10-minute walks can help to actually replenish those muscles with the increased blood flow and oxygen to then
It's fantastic.
aid your recovery.
Something so simple. And this is why we're doing what we're doing as well. It's because not many people would have known that.
No.
And it's actually the more simple things that end up being more effective. You haven't got to be focusing on advanced techniques in a gym. If you can't make it to a gym, what you've just described will be perfect.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's so achievable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's lesser excuse for doing 3 10-minute walks a day than you doing an hour session in the gym. It's inexcusable, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't really get out of it. And the 10-minute walk can even be like 10 minutes of activity in the garden. Instead, it could be like 10-minute walk, 10-minute gardening, 10-minute cleaning. If you haven't got the time to physically go out of the house, it's just using those different types of expenditures to keep that half an hour activity level up in the day.
Yeah, so as well as all that good stuff, obviously it helped or will help to reduce blood pressure, lower cholesterol, all the good stuff just through 10 minutes, literally 10 minutes a day of walking. Obviously it is kind of important if you can to try and do it a little bit more frequently. So try twice a day, so 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. And again, as I said, after meals is kind of optimal because it can aid with digestion as well as the other stuff that I mentioned. But you just look at the bigger picture. If you start that now, so you walk in 20 minutes a day divided into 2 10-minute walks, and you do that for a year, you'd be surprised, especially if you get your blood work done as well. I think that's something that everyone should actually do, is get their blood work done so that they can just see where their levels are. So if you're deficient in anything, because a lot of people are deficient in iron and they don't actually, they're not aware of it. So it can really help for you to identify any deficiencies, but you can then get that done in a year's time once you've incorporated these things, and you will see a difference. It can just really aid overall how your body is going to function.
The other thing is as well, there'd be a lot of people who would either argue this or just say no, it doesn't work. If this concept doesn't work, it's because it's the other things that you're doing to affect it. So this will go alongside a healthy, balanced diet. Don't expect that you can be in a calorie surplus, do 30 minutes of activity a day and still lose weight. Doesn't work like that.
No.
We like to break things down on this channel, and we're breaking it down in per video now. So if you're going through the videos thinking they're saying this and they're saying that, they work alongside each other. But like I said in the previous one, is you start with something like NEAT, which is just low activity levels, like you say, really good one to do. 10-minute walk, maybe after you've eaten, twice a day. That's fantastic. Do that for 2 weeks, get used to it. Then you can introduce the balanced diet, fantastic. And then maybe you can increase that activity level to going to the gym once a week. And before you know it, you've progressively overloaded to the point of where 2-3 months down the line, you have a fantastic routine that is a balanced, healthy lifestyle and diet. This isn't something you can do and then eat loads of shit.
No.
There's nothing you can do
No.
and eat loads of shit. It doesn't work like that. I don't want people to be... There'll be a misconception thinking, oh, so if I do that, I'm going to lose weight. Yes, but it's alongside other things. There's not one specific thing that's going to make you lose weight other than that deficit.
So you've got obviously food supplements, which everyone knows about, like your protein shakes, your BCAAs. I like to think of this as an exercise supplement. So this is something to benefit what you're already doing. This is not something that was going to drastically change your body in itself, but it is something that will aid that progress. And so if you are struggling even to do a 10-minute walk, divide that up, do 2 5-minute walks. If you drive to work, park 5 minutes away, and then on the way in you're walking 5 minutes, on the way back.
Or if you can not drive and afford to walk, do it. If it's a 2-minute drive, it's a 10-minute walk. Do you know what I mean?
But I would say, just going back to what I mentioned with regards to the shorter walks being more efficient than the one longer one. So I do know some people that say, like, for example, on this day I walk to work, like on a Tuesday I walk to work. You'd actually be much better off driving to work every day, but every day park 5 minutes away.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'd be much better off doing that.
Yeah. So the main thing we're trying to get across here, guys, is just be neat.
Be neat.
What's neat again?
Non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So
which
things that you're doing outside of your main component of exercise.
Exactly, which is basically your day-to-day life.
Yeah.
You'll be what people will be surprised about is they're probably already doing it, but they're not doing it maybe in the right way.
Yeah, everything.
Everyone cleans, everyone walks, everyone gardens, everyone cooks, everyone does it, but it's turning into that routine and offering the structure that will make it work 10 times better than what it is doing for whatever now.
Yeah, because I mean, like, even something like making the bed or cleaning the kitchen, then going for a 5-minute walk. Think if you're cleaning and making the bed as like your pre-exhaustion, that's something that will in itself elevate your heart rate slightly. So then when you go on your walk, your heart rate is already up, so you're actually going to expend more calories on that walk than you would typically if you just left the house at resting.
It's real simple stuff. That's what we're trying to teach people, isn't it?
It is.
It's a simple. A lot of things in our industry is really overcomplicated. Not by choice, by people. People are overcomplicating to sell you something. Yeah. We're not trying to do this. We are showing you physically how simple this can be.
We're just trying to break it down to simplicity.
Do you know what I mean? And what we'll end up doing is we can conclude whatever breakdowns we've offered. So, because it's a lot of content throughout weeks, months, whatever. But we can always break it down, and as always, ask questions, please. Send it in. We had a couple of questions, and we just answer them privately. Or if you have any questions you want us to answer on the podcast, if you message us through Instagram or leave a comment on our YouTube, and we're always going to answer. We'd be more than happy to answer.
We will. Yeah, we like the idea of doing Q&As as well.
Love the idea of the Q&A. Yeah, we've got a couple more questions coming in, but I think we need some more, guys.
Yeah, so send in your questions, literally anything, even if it's about us individually.
Yeah,
whether it's about
it can be an off topic.
Yeah,
it can be off topic. If you just want to listen, then that's what we're here for.
Yeah, perfect.
Cheers, guys. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next one.
Of course you will.